a statement posted on X just moments ago, the governor's office writes, quote, under pressure from the White House and State Department, USA House, which is a church acting as the official U.S. pavilion, is now denying entry to Gavin Newsom to speak with media after Fortune invited him to speak, end quote. Now, remember, the governor was invited to speak at an event at the World Economic Forum in Switzerland. President Trump went there and spoke earlier this morning. In an interview with CNN, Governor Newsom called Trump's speech, quote, remarkably insignificant. Now, here at KCRA 3, we are working to still gather more information about why the governor may have been blocked from speaking.
I think it's very, very ironic that, Governor Newsom, who strikes me as Patrick Bateman meets Sparkle Beach Ken, may be the only Californian who knows less about economics than Kamala Harris. He's here this week with his billionaire sugar daddy, Alex Soros.
Hola Alex, ¿me permites hacerte una pregunta? ¿Estás contento de estar aquí en Davos? Somos periodistas, somos de Estados Unidos. ¿Se siente usted feliz promoviendo el socialismo y la agenda woke? ¿Estás feliz?
No, por favor, vete.
¿Promoviendo el comunismo, el socialismo de Nueva York? ¿Están contentos con Trump? ¿Quién? ¿Acaso estás promoviendo el socialismo? ¿Quién eres? ¿Y promoviendo la inmigración ilegal por todo el mundo? Adiós.
His billionaire sugar daddy, Alex Soros, and Davos is a perfect place for a man who, when everyone else was on lockdown, when he was having people arrested for going to church, he was having $1,000 a night meals at the French Laundry, and I'm sure the California people won't forget that. And I can tell my message to Governor Newsom is the Trump administration is coming to California. We are going to crack down on waste abuse. And I was told he was asked to give a speech on his signature policies, but he's not speaking because what have his economic policies brought?
Yes, a lot actually went down in Davos. I don't know if you've seen this. This is Alex Soros. He was confronted by a journalist. He was unable to answer questions. And what drew my attention to this place is the fact that Gavin Newsom is being roasted everywhere on social media, and it is amazing. Yesterday, Gavin Newsom did something, telling European leaders to stand up to Trump. Just imagine this, leaving the United States to talk down on Trump. Today, the story changed.
I've actually got the governor of Kentucky here, Andy Beshear, with me. Pamela, if you don't mind me bringing him in, he's standing right here. Governor, thank you for being here. We are truly standing right outside of where the president just delivered this speech. There's been a lot of reaction from a lot of the Europeans and policymakers in the room. As governor in the United States, what did you make of his speech?
Oh, the speech was dangerous, it was disrespectful, and it was unhinged. You saw him calling into question alliances that have kept our world stable for my entire lifetime. You saw him make fun of world leaders in the room who we call friends. You saw him ramble on in stories and even try to do voices. This is really concerning and for the United States, frankly, embarrassing.
Did it reassure you at all that he said he would not use military force? So he basically made the argument that he would not use military force to take Greenland?
He spent probably a quarter of his speech talking about our military might, talking about different things in recent operations in Venezuela, saying maybe others should think about doing things like that too because of the bargaining that comes after it. No, I think leaders are leaving more concerned after that speech than ever before, especially in the way that he talked about Greenland that apparently was so important to him, he called it Iceland numerous times.
You will always see Democrats reacting differently. I watched NATO chief. What he actually said here is contrary to what these people who want you to see. Even Gavin Newsom said the speech was boring. At some point, I had to Democrat will always be Democrat.
So statements from me will not add anything here. And when it comes to the Arctic, I think President Trump is right. Other leaders in NATO are right. We need to defend the Arctic. We know that these sea lanes are opening up. We know that China and Russia are increasingly active in the Arctic. There are 8 countries bordering on the Arctic. 7 are a member of NATO. That's Finland and Sweden and Norway and Denmark, Iceland, Canada and the US. And there's only one country bordering on the Arctic outside. I would argue there is a ninth country, which is China, which is increasingly active in the Arctic region. So President Trump and other leaders are right. We have to do more there. We have to protect the Arctic.
He's agreeing that this decision Trump is actually pushing for is a good one. But liberals will never like the idea. There are some people saying, oh, Trump wants to do this. He wants to cause like cackling the view. I watched them today after President Trump's speech. They are all saying, oh, Trump should be removed in office.
I'm not sure. I didn't know if he'd moved on to another piece.
Amendment.
Right, it's time.
25th Amendment is time. It's time. It's time.
So, to that point, Whoopi, you would be in a lot of company. You believe at this point that the President of the United States may not have his full faculties?
I felt that before now.
Yeah, but the cherry on the cake was yesterday.
Well, no, there's been a lot of cherries on the cake. There have been several. The cherries on this cake are enormous.
Yeah.
There are
It's
so
a cherry
many.
tree.
There are the lines in the sand.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a stamp. There's so many lines.
Trump Davos speech has Democrat fracturing beyond belief. The American people have watched the reactions of other leaders when Trump spoke. We see the truth. Trump rocked their world, and they gave Trump a standing ovation. That is what I saw. There is something I also noticed. The head of the World Economic Forum, Larry, admits on the world stage that the global elite have lost public trust and now face deep institutional mistrust. The world now places far less trust in us. This is exact word that this man actually put out. And this is a simple truth. You know, at first, when someone realized you attend this World Economic Forum, they look at you different.
Experiencing the urgency, who needs to come up with the plan B and lead the charge?
Well, I mean, two answers. First is a direct answer to the question of this panel, can Europe defend itself? My answer is unequivocally yes.
Without the Americans?
Without the Americans, I mean...
How?
Well, look...
But you're relying on them for these key elements. How would you do it at scale and at duration and at intensity?
With an assumption that the United States would cut off completely any kind of work.
Yeah.
Well, if we look at the defense composure of Europe by and large, and a country like Finland, so how do we do it? We have conscription. 1 million have done it. We can mobilize 280,000 soldiers within weeks. We have 62 F-18s. Your next question is going to be, do they fly without Americans? No, they don't. But do we trust that they will continue to fly because it's in the interest of America to do so? Yes. We just bought 64 F-35s. We have the biggest artillery in Europe together with Poland. We have long-range missiles, land, sea, and air. We don't have these because we're worried about Stockholm, right?
Okay. We are in Davos at the World Economic Forum. And the Trump administration and myself, we are here to make a very clear point. Globalization has failed the West and the United States of America.
This guy from Finland is actually saying Europe can defend itself. If you look into NATO, look at the different countries, you realize America is top up there. For him to say this, I don't even want to comment on this because he's crazy. Look at what is happening in Ukraine. These same people can't do anything. I want to end the video. I don't want to make it long for people who usually complain, oh, why do you usually put short clips at the end? That is for the YT algorithm. You can always end here. If you see most of my videos, I'm saying this all through. You must not watch these videos at the end, please. Share the video.
And we're going to follow them on. Some people are too dumb to be allowed to do the news. One of them limits.
Don Lemon is the dingleberry hanging off the ass of American journalism.
That it was the right.
Hey, everybody. I just wanted to say I am so sorry for what is happening in Minneapolis.
In a concentration camp. Nothing.
This is a violation of what is known as the FACE Act.
They just make it worse.
Bill Maher, you give us so much
Also wearing a Be Good pin for Renee Good, obviously. And
just so much nonsense.
I'm pissed off that a queer black woman is up here doing the job of two mediocre.
No one stands above it. I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes. Of course, this is for the mother.
Babies them. Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock. There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want to see them get it.
MAGA's going to break up because Mel Gibson. I mean, Italy.
There is a quota system. Lasting conversation too.
Yes.
It's like